Hi, beautiful. Today I want to talk to you about the energy behind the night dark of your soul. And what's this episode in your life? And if you've been through that, you're one lucky queen. And if you're going to go through that, you're going to be pleased. Not from the beginning, because as we know, it's that part, that stage of our life when we can call it like being at the bottom of the ocean, not seeing the light at the end of the tunnel, the dark night of the soul, and so on. So what is actually this stage of your life? Is that stage when your soul fights to be seen, when your soul says enough is enough, enough with what the ego wants, enough with what the human mind wants. It's time to get myself into power. It's actually your soul fighting in front of you to be seen. And I'm sure you're going to have nudges, because I did and I wasn't listening to, but there comes a point into your life when your soul says, done, boom, out with the masks, out with the fakeness, out with the smallness, out with everything. It's time to be recognized and to be in the highest power of exactly who we are. And it's very interesting because you're going to experience, or you might have heard that some people have it or not. However, everybody's going to have it. Sooner or later, everyone is going to go through, because it's the soul that wants to be seen. And it's not about this, it's about seeing that in this, you are actually receiving the highest gift that you can receive from the universe. The most beautiful, the most precious present and gift that you can receive, slightly not such a pleasant packaging, is true. However, you have to hold on into there. Be seen, because you are going to go through it, and you are not going to recognize who you're going to be at the end of it. What's happening is you unwrap everything that was fake, all the masks, all the chains that the ego was keeping you to, the collective consciousness was keeping you to the old patterns, the stories, everything that your family has been through, and everything that you inherited in a way through your coming on this earth. And it's the time when your soul has to let it go. It's time to be seen as who you are. It's time to be into your power. So my experience was, it came this episode into my life, and my career was gone. And it can come through different, my clients experience it differently through different stages, relationship, losing somebody dear, and so on. But everything that's coming, it's for your own good. And it was difficult for me to understand how losing everything that I worked for so many years, gone in an instant. However, it's not about that, because for a very good period of my life, I didn't know who I was. I spent 3 months in my pajamas, just walking the dog. I didn't know what's going to happen to me. I didn't know. I didn't know so many things, but I knew very strongly one thing. I knew that I will never allow for this situation to happen again. I will never be the woman who allows to go through this ever again. And it didn't have to, because I've learned my lessons, so I didn't have to go through that again. I've learned my lessons, obviously, of course, with help from the outside, therapies, coaches, so on and so on, my inner work. But I allowed myself to do the work. I allowed myself to let go the old one, let her die, and become the new one. Was I scared? You can say that again. Did I know what was happening? No. It's only the ego that wants, oh, I want to know X, Y, Z, plan A, plan B, plan C. When is it happening? At what time is it happening? That's just human mind. Ego, ego, ego. And of course, we need her and we need to give her all our love. That's just the ego. Your soul knows that you're protected. Your soul knows that you're on your path. Your soul knows that it's for your highest purpose, for your highest benefit, for you to be the queen of your life. Now I'm going to share with you a beautiful, beautiful story that I've heard when I was little, and it really stayed in my mind, about the story of the foot trails in the sand. So one man, he turned back and he looked the history of his life, and he's always seen on the sand 2 pairs of foot trails. He knew that he was supported by God, by universe, the way you want to call it. He knew that he was always protected. He knew that he was surrounded by help. Looking closer, he noticed that actually when he had the most difficult time of his life, there were only one pair of foot trails in the sand. And he asked God, why did you leave me by myself on my own when I was struggling the most and I needed you the most? And God replied, those are my foot trails. I was holding you in my arms. So this is just a beautiful, beautiful story for you to understand how during that deserted time in your life, you are protected. You are safely held by the universe, by God, for you to go through that. And I think this is one beautiful, beautiful experience that, well, I'd have to admit it wasn't beautiful then. I have to admit that I wasn't smiling then, but now I do. And I'm going to share with you that without that stage in my life, I wouldn't be who I am today. I wouldn't do what I do today. I wouldn't love myself. I wouldn't enjoy who I am today without that stage in my life. So that stage in my life actually was the tunnel that brought me who I really am. Until then, I don't know, I was just struggling to keep all that fakeness, being good enough in front of everybody, speaking as many languages as possible, just to prove, especially in the career, in like, it was all the time, look at me, I'm good. But because I wasn't looking inside myself, I wasn't. My soul was drained of the energy of like, hello, Alina, listen to yourself. Was I listening? No, because I was listening and I was looking outside of myself. I was trying to meet all those X, Y, Z factors that I was thinking were fulfilling me, but it was only on horizontal level of energy. Nothing vertical energy, nothing to stand on, to help me to stand on my 2 feet, to stand on in the ground. So my gorgeous, I can't tell you what an amazing experience it can be. And if you've been through it, if you're experiencing it, and if you know somebody who's doing it, I'm sending you all my love. I know it can be painful. I know it can be hard, but it's such a precious gift. It's amazing who you're becoming at the end of it. It's amazing when you're doing the inner transformation and you get rid of all the rubbish, you're liberating yourself. You're liberating your soul. You're liberating your soul, and you're truly who you are. Now, I'm sending you all my love. I really hope that you understood that the energy behind that moment in your life It's your gift. It's your precious gift, as painful as it can be. And I've heard something really lovely, that pearls come through pressure, through pain, and diamonds come through pressure. So for you to become the pearl or the diamond that you truly are, it's coming in a painful process, but it's worth it. I promise you that it's worth it. All right, gorgeous queen, all my love for today. Hang in there, stay there, because I promise you, it's unbelievable. It's absolutely amazing. All right, have a gorgeous day.